I'm Mackenzie O'Keefe in the CBSN Denver studio. The Amazing Race premieres this Wednesday. 11 teams will embark on a trek around the world, competing in a series of challenges. And at the end is a prize of $1 million. So joining me now is Phil Keoghan, host of The Amazing Race. And Phil, last season the teams were a mixture of former Amazing Race, Survivor, and Big Brother contestants. So what are the teams like this season?
We've gone back to the original roots of Amazing Race, so it's less of an all-star cast and cast members from different teams. This one is kind of like what the Amazing Race, what has made the Amazing Race successful now for 32 seasons and 20 years. We do have some hyper-competitive people. We've never had so many former professional athletes or real high achievers in the sporting world that we've had on this particular season. So we have some former NFL players. We have Jerry and his son. Jerry played in the NBA. We have some professional beach volleyball players from Honolulu who are on the show. We also have Kelly and Levon, who are Olympians in hurdles. So they've gone to the Olympics and competed at a very, very high level. Those are 4 teams right there connected to the sporting world. There are 11, and some of the other people that we have on are people who are competitive in a different way in the real world. We have 2 sisters who had a pretty tough upbringing, but are very, very street smart, who now work in real estate, and that's very competitive. But just because you're a professional athlete and you come onto the Amazing Race does not automatically make you, it's not a ticket to success always, because you're not necessarily doing one specialty thing that you do as a professional athlete. You could be doing anything and everything on Amazing Race, and it varies so drastically from season to season. Everybody, no matter whether they're a former professional athlete or not, is going to be a fish out of water on this show.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how everyone's backgrounds kind of play out in this season. This season, the race is celebrating 1 million miles traveled. So what are some of your favorite memories from the 32 seasons of adventure?
Well, there's nothing like doing a show for the very first time. I remember season 1 like it was yesterday. It was 20 years ago. But being in Central Park, saying go for the first time, saying the world is waiting for you for the very first time, not knowing whether we really could pull off the show. I mean, it was such a bold concept to take 11 teams of 2 on a 50-something thousand mile race around the world to all these different countries, and there was this tremendous sense of excitement of doing something that had never been done before. Of all the seasons I've done and all the moments, I think that's the biggest one. Just that sense of excitement of what's going to happen. We didn't know. Obviously, we've managed to make it a success, and along the way, we've had incredible moments, really poignant moments, meaningful moments, funny moments. The watermelon moment in season 17, where Brooke and Claire were using watermelons with a big catapult, and the watermelon ended up going into Claire's face, and it became an instant hit around the world. So it became a viral video. So yeah, so many moments. I mean, you could just sit down and talk for hours about all the different moments, all the different seasons, hundreds of teams, over 100, or just approaching now 100 countries, well, we have done 1 million miles. There's just so much. It's almost, there's so much that's happened. I have to sometimes refer back to things I've written down to remember. It's like so much.
It's so neat to see. You were saying the excitement at the beginning, and still that excitement is there. It's just something new every season, which is really neat.
Yeah, and that's the success of the show, is that it is always different every season.
That's so great. And tell us, too, this season was filmed before the pandemic started. So how will coronavirus affect the future of the race? Have you guys dealt with that yet?
Yeah, we did. We started shooting another season just as the virus was breaking out. And so we had to put a halt on production. We sent everybody home because our Our goal, of course, is to keep everybody safe. We don't know when we'll be back out. I mean, it's like, you know, when will the world be safe to travel in? We don't know that. We hope sooner than later. Of course, like everybody, we're hoping for a vaccination or vaccine, sorry, that will protect us all. But nobody knows. It has definitely affected the Amazing Race. We'll be back. It's just a matter of when. That's the big question.
Well, Phil, thank you so much for joining us, and we can't wait for this new race to come out. Season 32 of The Amazing Race premieres Wednesday at 8 o'clock on CBS 4.